a few days ago I showed how to do it with the rabbit card, but of course you can also just buy a ticket here, and what you have to do is you have to show them where you can tap and then you can zoom in, and then you have to check which station you want to go. And today I am going to Chidlom, and then it says I have to pay 23 baht. Okay, so then the card comes out here and you get your change and you're good to go. So even if you don't have a rabbit card, you can just still use the public transport. And this is just a single trip, so you just tap it on here and you're on your way. Okay, today I am going to walk to Pratunam, which is a shopping area, and I'm gonna take the BTS to Chidlom and go from there. So see you guys in Chidlom. So it's Saturday morning, it's around noon. I just arrived at the Chidlom BTS Station, and what I already mentioned, I am going to walk to Pratunam. So I can use my card now, and so that was just a one-way trip. And as I said it before, if you have the rabbit card, then you can just tap and it will just take it from your credit. Okay, so I'm gonna walk the Skywalk. There's a really nice Skywalk which was built a couple of years ago that now connects from Chidlom through the Gaysorn Mall all the way to Pratunam. So I thought it would be a nice idea to show you guys. A few days ago I made the video from Siam to Chidlom, so now I'm getting out of Chidlom and heading in the other direction. It's a beautiful, clear sky today. It's around noon. So I'm gonna walk to Pratunam, and then after that I will probably take the riverboat, the Klong boat back towards Sukhumvit, towards home. I have a meeting this afternoon at 3 o'clock, so I need to be on time. Yeah, so I'm trying to mix up the videos a little bit, and as you know, I do the bicycle tours, and I walk, and I like to show inside the malls and everything. So the last couple of videos were on the bike, so I thought it was a good idea to walk again. My goal is to make one video a day, but of course if I'm too busy with work or something, then I might skip once in a while. Yeah, so this is the Ratchaprasong Skywalk, and I am going to move here to the right and walk through the Gaysorn Mall. Yeah, see, they call it now, this is the West Walk. Okay, this is the Gaysorn Village. Gaysorn Mall is an upscale mall with a lot of luxury shops. Yeah, I had a few requests from people that wanted to see Pratunam. Pratunam is not really a destination that I normally go to as much. I'm not a big fan of shopping. But yeah, for the channel I do anything, right? And it's a nice walk. I mean, that definitely. This is also a mall that I don't visit that often. So last year or 2 years ago, they constructed an office tower by Gaysorn as well, and that's all connected now. So here you can walk straight out of the mall through the office tower to the Skywalk, and the Skywalk connects with the big C, and there is, I think it's called Street Market. I will check it out. And of course across the street here you have the Central World. Central World is over there. Yeah, but when we come out I will show you a little bit better. It's nice and fresh in here. Nice and air conditioned. Yeah, I saw in one of the comments somebody was asking if I could make a video about all the discounts that you can get, and yeah, because in the end he was saying everybody likes discounts, which of course is true, but I was thinking what I will do, I have plenty of time, so during all my videos, if you just keep following me, I will give you all the insights of this city, all the things that I know. I will give you some tips, some recommendations, but it's all going to be on the go. Like own days, just to give an example, I got a really good pair of reading glasses from here. It's a Japanese brand, and they will do an eye test, and very simply and very quickly you can get some quality reading glasses. Well, that's already a tip of the day, right? Okay, so this is the Skywalk, which is pretty modern, very nice, and it connects here. There in the end you have the Pratunam Mall, and here in front is the Central World. Central World with the offices over there. There's a really nice sky bar on the top of that building. So let's walk the Skywalk. There's a mall in the end there, it's called Isetan, but they close, or they are going to close. I just read something about that. Yeah, I really like how they make all these skywalks here, because it gives you a very easy way to walk through the city, which normally is not that easy because a lot of pavements are not very broad, and especially when it gets really busy and there's a lot of traffic, it's not very comfortable to walk. But these skywalks are brilliant. Yeah, so this here is the Big C. The Big C has been here for ages. I remember way before the Skywalk there was already a Big C, and then yeah, the Big C is basically a big supermarket, and there used to be a theater there used to be a cinema. I'm not sure if it's still there. It's also one of these places that I don't visit that much. You know, Bangkok has so many malls and so many shopping centers that it's almost impossible and doesn't make sense to just go and see them all. But this one here to the right, the market. Okay, I said street market, but it's called the market. This is quite nice. It's a new one. They opened last year. And yeah, I wouldn't mind having a little look. So let's go there. But I will just do a sneak peek, and then I will walk on to Pratunam. We were talking about discounts. The Don Donki discount is a Japanese brand. I know of a donkey mall in Ekamai. Definitely gonna go there one time. There's a nice little breeze. Welcome to Bangkok. So there the big tower is the Bangkok Tower. Since I came here, this was always the tallest building in the city. Let's go into the market. Oh, I took the wrong entrance. Shame on me. Howdy-ha. Sometimes these temperatures on these meters are so low, it would look like you're barely alive. Okay, so this is the market, the new, well, relatively new building. It wouldn't, actually it's probably already 2 years, because during this COVID time you just skipped half a year of doing anything. And this was opened way back, longer than 1 year. But it still looks new. So I can have a quick look at the Don Donki, the Japanese discount shop. The Japanese community is the biggest expat community in Bangkok. Just a fun fact about Thailand. It's actually quite funny. So this makes you feel like you're in Tokyo. That's funny. Never been here before. Kitakata. Okay. I'm going down and I'm gonna walk further to Pratunam because that was my goal. I would not get stuck here from the Japanese bling bling. Yeah, it's a nice mall. So if everything opens up again, feel free to come here. As you could see, it's a very short walk from the Chidlom BTS Station. When you see this movement, when it goes up, this means that I'm checking the time that I'm filming. So I'm filming for 12 minutes now. And I made it my goal to make videos between 10 and 15 minutes and not longer. So this is probably just gonna be one video about going to the Don Donki Mall. And then there's going to be a second part where I walk to Pratunam, because Pratunam is a very big mall as well, so that deserves its own video. Okay, Elvis is leaving the building. Well, they're doing a lot of promotion. Yeah, I get several requests from people that ask me if I want to film Nana or Soy Cowboy for them. And I made a few videos where I drove through it when there was nothing to do during the COVID lockdown. But I'm not a big fan of making video there. I think there's plenty of other guys that do that, and that's fine. It's good with me. To be really honest, I find it's complicated because I know that many of these girls that work there, they don't want to be on film, and to just film it, I find it a little bit disrespectful. But that's just me. The market, nice place. So let's move on to the Pratunam Mall. Here's a small park that they built. They constructed also a couple of years ago. It's over here. And it's next to the Klong. So somebody corrected me about my language. So the Klong, if I'm remembering well, it's Klong Sand Seep. But I know about sand, that's correct, but I don't know seep. It was sand sap or sand seep, but I think it's Klong Sand Seep. Thank you, by the way, for educating me. I mean, it's nice to know the language a little bit better. So this is the park where you have the Isitam that is either closing by the end of this month or already closed, and then here you have the Pratunam Mall, which is part of the whole Pratunam area. So Pratunam Mall is a shopping mall where you can do bulk shopping. So you can buy a lot of products and it gets cheaper if you buy more, and it's mostly clothing. I never go there, but it's nice to just once in a while, especially when you have family, when you have friends coming over, it's a nice place to go and have a look. So yeah, when I finished walking there, I will probably go back with the Klong boat, which down there you have the Klong station. And then for me it's, I think, 3 or 4 stations to get back home. The Klong is a very nice and easy way to get around. You see the art over there? A friend of mine was looking for that art. This is another one from Alex something. Don't take it on the vlog. Okay, so here's the Klong. So if you take it in this direction, you go all the way to the Golden Mount. I will definitely take the boat one time for you guys, or with you guys. And there is the Klong in the direction to where I live. You see the boat just arrived. This is actually a station where they switch. So the boat that comes from the Bangkok Mall stops here, and then you have to step over to another boat, and that one continues to the Golden Mount. Here you have the Palladium Mall. These buildings were under construction for ages, like at least 10 years, but they finished them all now. Okay, so here we have the entrance to the Platinum Fashion Mall. Small temperature check. Loading up. Thank you. Yeah, this is a very big area with clothing. have not been here a lot, especially not on a Saturday or Sunday. To be really honest, I prefer riding a bicycle. So I am probably the least enthusiastic tour guide in here. No, but it's just nice to have a look at it, and it's nice to see. And of course my whole objective is to give an update. What is the situation in Bangkok now? For example, here you see there's quite a few shops that are closed. But still some are open. So here there is a connection to a second part. So it's Saturday and there's not really a lot of people. Same old, same old. Yes, you see a lot of clothing. It's again the old story. I mean, if you're used to having 20 million visitors coming into your city every year and nobody's coming, then there's not much left. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the floor level and then I will go out on the street. Two floors down. Let's see if I can get out on the street here, because that's another thing now. During the COVID crisis, a lot of entrances and exits are, you know, designated only for getting in or designated for only getting out, but this one's good. Okay. I think it's time for me to grab a lunch. Yeah, so Pratunam, a fun fact, it means Watergate in Thai, and this building is the Amari Watergate. It's a hotel, and I always thought it had to do with Watergate as being a brand of a hotel. Everybody knows about the Nixon tapes, but I guess it's the translation from Pratunam. So I don't know if Nixon had anything to do with Pratunam. Let's try and figure that out. Anyway, I'm gonna go for a lunch, and then after that I am going to jump on one of the Klong boats, and I would like to share that with you guys. And bear with me for a moment, I'll be back in half an hour.